Hey everyone, my name's HarryAtomic, and about a week ago we had a stream in which we played through most of Mega Man 2, and at the end we had a bit of a conversation and an interesting question came up talking about save games and the length of games back in the day. Now, games back in the day were generally short, say early NES or Master System. The reason being was that you couldn't save your games, so games had to be short so they could be completed in like 1 or 2 sittings, like on a short space of time. But eventually some carts started appearing on the market that allowed you to save your game. Now, nowadays we're spoiled. We have things like cloud saves and auto saves and multiple save files and all sorts of stuff. The way it used to work back in the day was that on the cartridge there was a small bit of memory that was put inside that was connected to a battery. And this battery kept that memory turned on even after you lifted the game out of the cartridge. And so your save was retained and you could pick up where you left off. But should that battery ever run out, your save would be gone. Now, these batteries are expected to last anything up to 15 years, maybe even longer in some cases. However, eventually they do run out, and that's what seems to be happening nowadays. Now, this happened to me recently because even though that during the N64 days, that they started switching across to things like EEPROMs and other, I don't know, things that don't need batteries. The actual memory card for the Nintendo 64 does need a battery, and mine had failed, so I was unable to use my memory card. So, not to be bested by outdated technology, I decided to repair it myself. So let's get stuck on, and let's get this thing back up and running. So, I used a copy of Perfect Dark for the N64 to test because it gives me this message to show me that the Controller Pak's dead. So I'll be talking about the Controller Pak mostly. This obviously applies to whatever you're repairing, but first of all you need to take it apart, and bear in mind that for Nintendo products you'll need this special screwdriver for the security bit. I picked mine up on eBay for really cheap, they're not really too hard to find. So once you get at the guts inside, you'll find the battery on the underside of the circuit board. Now, if the battery's dead, obviously you can't save, so this is something that needs to be replaced. So this is the battery I got off eBay. You can get these for really cheap. It's just a CR2032 with some legs attached. So I used a set of curved needle nose pliers to hold the battery. Now it looks like I'm applying a lot of force, but I'm not really. Just get in a comfortable position. I kind of push down on the bottom there with my thumb and apply some heat, and the battery just pops right out. Make sure you only apply heat to the solder, not the actual leg itself. You don't want the battery overheating and exploding. So again, just find a comfortable position to hold it and apply a small amount of pressure. Heat the solder again at the bottom. Make sure not to heat the leg. And once the solder melts, it can get a bit tricky. And so the leg just pops right off. The second one is a bit trickier than the first leg because you haven't got that leverage, but eventually you'll get there. So now we just install the new battery. Make sure to get it the right way around. You can find pictures of this board or whatever board you're working on online, or write it down or something, but installing it the wrong way around would just be a headache. Now, the holes on the board that you're working on may actually be a bit larger than the legs on the battery, so you may need to apply a small amount of solder. Just apply enough to get a good connection. You'll know yourself whenever the hole's filled in and the leg doesn't move anymore. Just repeat this on both sides and then everything should be fine. In this instance, it was actually enough solder already on the board at the bottom where I didn't have to add much more. That other battery's still there just so I could balance the board out so it wouldn't fall over. But that's the new battery installed. Now all that's left is just to put the board back in the case again and just screw everything back in. So there you go, this thing works fine again, everything's all great, the room wasn't set on fire, everything's fine. Now, the same principles that I used to fix this can also be used to fix NES cartridges or SNES cartridges. You'll know anyway because inside it'll have a battery, and more than likely when you try to save your game it won't save. But I'm happy to have this cartridge working again, and now in the future I can go on and repair whatever other save features have broken. Anyways, it's nice to know that we can breathe new life back into these things again whenever things don't quite go our way. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. If it helped you out, let me know down in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure to get subscribed so you'll see more weird gaming videos every now and then. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.